Welcome, Chipola Nation. This is Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach. I've got one of my players here with me today, Dante Walker. Dante is going to give you a little bit of his background, but I'd like to tell you a little bit about Dante and why we have him on the show today. I got the job about 2.5 years ago here at Chipola, and it was late June. I signed Dante probably my first week or two on the job. And so he's been with me literally about every day since I've had the job, and no one in our program knows me better than him. So we're going to rehash some old times, talk about the future a little bit. But Dante, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, where you played high school ball, prep school ball, the whole deal.
Well, guys, as you know, I'm Dante Walker from the Bronx. You know, like BX, you know how he is. So, I went to Carolina Basketball Academy out in North Carolina, played for Greg Primus. And I'm just here, played with Coach Tyndall for the last 2 years. And he's honestly been the best coach I've ever had. So, yeah, what's up, Coach T?
Well, he's already lying a little bit, but he did. He had a good high school career, then went on to play prep school ball in North Carolina, and that's where I found out about him. But we're going to go back and forth a little bit. You got a question or two for me, Dante?
All right, so me and the guys really been wondering why you left the NBA?
Well, that's a good question. You know, I was with the Toronto Raptors for 2 years and then the Detroit Pistons 2 years in their G League organization. And we talk about some of the different players I was able to coach in Summer League and throughout my time in the G League. And it was a lot of fun coaching the NBA. The nice thing about the NBA is it was all basketball, you know, and I love basketball, and so you're X and O and you're game planning. Yeah. But the thing I really miss most about college basketball was impacting young guys like yourself, even though it's not always fun, right? I felt like I had more of an impact on a young person's life if I was in the college level, because a lot of those NBA guys, you know, they're grown men, they have families, you just don't spend a lot of time with them off the floor. And so that was the biggest decision why I made the move, going from the NBA or the G League back to college basketball.
Okay, Coach, okay.
And you're glad, right?
Yeah.
What about this? When you made your decision to come to Chipola, what were the 2 or 3 main factors in you making your decision, Tech?
The most important factor I felt like was actually being coached. Cause a lot of places in JUCO, a lot of players don't like to get coached. And I feel like that's probably the downfall in a lot of programs. Like, you need a discipline, you need to have fun, and you need to just try to get better every single day. And I felt like that was one of the most important aspects of me coming to Chipola, was of me getting coached. Like, that's big. That's really big. Yeah. And another thing is, like, we're in Florida, we're playing basketball. Like, you know how you always say, Coach. You know how we get down. But, yeah, that was one of the most important factors, is the disciplinary fact.
Well, you know, I tell our guys on the front end when I recruit them, I'm going to hold you accountable for every single thing you do. You're going to go to class, you're going to be on time, you're going to grow as a person, you're going to get better as a player, and you're going to leave here with your associate degree in hand, and you're on the way to doing just that.
Yes,
now, we're going to redshirt Dante this year because he tore his ACL in the national tournament last season, and I truly believe we would have won the national championship had this guy not got hurt. But he's going to redshirt this year. He'll be back with us next year, and he's going to end up at a good Division I school down the road. I really believe that. But going back to why he made the decision, I always joke with our team, we're in Florida, we're playing basketball, life doesn't get much better. And since you arrived to Chipola, I think you'd probably say, yep, Coach Tyndall held up his end, he coaches me hard. But what else do you like about the campus community, being here at Chipola or the town of Marietta?
Well, the whole point is just like, it's just like another home. Like, New York is my home, but like, this is more like a second home. The community wants to help out all the time. They show love. They come out to the games, and the community just loves basketball. Yeah. And it is just like, the fact is, everybody at Chipola wants to see their players succeed and wants to see other people succeed. Like, it's just a loving community, and I just love it here.
That's good to hear. And you're right. You know, that's one of the big reasons I took the job, is the fan base, the community support, the campus community. Everyone is always pulling for your team and your players, and they've got so many great players that have moved on, and the proud tradition here at Chipola. So it's good that as a young guy you recognize that.
Yeah.
You got another question for me, my man?
So, I know you love coach because you know like DT, the basketball guru. What's your favorite part about it? What's your favorite part about the coaching part?
Well, my favorite part of coaching, without question, is practice. I love practice. You know, game nights are fun and it's competitive and the juices are flowing, but it's so intense and so stressful that sometimes you don't get to enjoy the games,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Until if you win afterwards for an hour or two.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is practice. I love planning for practice. I love watching practice film. I love talking and meeting with my staff about what we need to get better at. And then when you get to the practice floor, it's literally doing the one thing in life I love to do, and that's teaching the game. And so to me, practice is the most fun.
Yeah,
And,
fun
you know, our
practice.
guys probably say, yeah, we get that because we could practice about 7 hours a day if it was up to Coach Tyndall. But it really is the funnest
Yeah.
part for me. And it always really has been. I love practice since my first year in coaching.
Okay.
All right, what about this? Tell me this. What goals maybe do you have for yourself? Obviously, this year you're redshirting, you're back practicing some. Dante's knee is probably about 80%. He's looking really good in practice. But what's the goals for yourself moving forward next year and then as you move on?
Goals moving forward is definitely getting my body right, definitely staying in the gym and staying locked in. Like, I've been actually going to therapy a lot, attacking it and rehabbing it. And it's just like, it's one of them. It's one of them things. It's like you have to be patient with. You can't just force your way back. So like me being patient with it is really helping me mentally, physically, and just getting me ready for next year. My goals for next year is definitely to play next year and have a great season, go Division One. But I honestly just want to stay locked in the books and just keep my degree going, keep like the good positivity going, flowing, all that.
Well, that's coming a long way for Dante to throw out there. He wants to continue to work on his books because early on that wasn't always the case, right? But,
Yes,
but,
Coach.
but he's made a ton of progress. He's doing well in school. He will get his associate's degree. And there's no doubt if you stay healthy, which is obviously the plan, that he'll sign at a good level Division I school. In the meantime, he's been an unbelievable, basically, assistant coach for us this year on the bench, taking some of these young players under their wing. He knows our terminology, so he's doing a great job of being a leader on and off the floor. And go ahead, Dante. You got another question for me?
Yes, sir. Who's your favorite Chipola player? Like, who's your favorite Chipola player? And who's your best favorite player of, like, all time?
Ooh, that's a tough question. So this is my third season at Chipola. We've had some great players come through the program already. Now, I'd have to say Dante Walker is my favorite player, right? But I tell you, there's a guy in particular that really stands out, and that would be my first-year point guard, Jaden Zachary. And Jay-Z was a kid that came to us with no Division I offers at all. He was all state in high school, no Division I offers. Went to one of the best prep programs in the country, no Division I offers. Comes to our program, leads us to the national tournament, is an All-American, signs with Boston College in the ACC, goes on to be a starter his first year there, played 33 minutes. And it's not just that he was a great player. It was the fact that we asked him to lose 10 or 12 pounds and improve his body, and he did that with no resistance at all. He was ultra coachable. He was about winning. He only averaged 10 points a game, but he was simply about winning. So he would probably be the guy. Now, we've had some great players.
Yeah.
Naquan Tomlin, Faison Fields, Chore. My two little guards last year, KG and Lance, were incredible. But probably Jay-Z, just because he came in with nothing and ended up exploding into being a high-level player. And then my favorite player overall has to be a guy, Kenneth Fareed, that I recruited at Morehead State. Kenneth had 0 Division I offers outside of the one offer he had from me at Morehead State. He went on to be a second-team All-American and a first-round draft pick. Yeah. Played 8 years in the NBA, made about $80-90 million, and was a guy that no one in his life, no one in his family had ever been to college. Yeah. He not only went to college but got his degree. Just an ultra overachiever and a big-time success story. So I've had some great players and great kids. Those two guys kind of stick out in regard to that.
That sounds really tough to do. It sounds really tough to accomplish. So, like, you just, like, being a coach, how hard is it to get these guys to turn the corner as fast as you did?
Well, it just depends on the personality. As you know, early in Dante's career, he was a guy, quite frankly, that shot some bad shots. He didn't always do exactly everything you'd ask him to do, and that's all players, not just him. But the biggest thing we do is every single day we never waver, as you would attest to. We're in the film room. We never waver from our demands. We never waver from holding guys accountable. And then we always say, if you're going to be receptive to coaching or not will be the key.
Yeah.
A guy like yourself, you didn't always like what I had to say or how I said it, but you stayed receptive, and so now your trajectory just keeps going like this.
Right.
And so it just depends on the player. I always tell our guys, I'm never going to waver. I'm never going to change. So you're going to change or it's not going to work out. And,
Yeah.
and eventually guys change that want to be coached. And, again, they just take off. And again, that's what this guy's done. He's going to have a big, big year for us next season.
This guy right here, he plays around a lot. But he'll get on you if you do bad. But he makes sure he does the right thing. But Coach T is just as simple as everybody. He just want to have fun.
Yeah, we do. We grind and we get after them, and it's intense. But I think the players need to see the other side of me, and we do. We have fun. I'll shoot them a picture of one of them on Facebook acting silly and just shake my head like, are you serious? And then they'll hit back talking some trash to me. But I think that's important that when you are a family,
Definitely.
they see the tough side of you. That you got to see the fun-loving side of you. And that's what we try to do here at Chipola, make it more than just basketball. So on behalf of Dante Walker, myself, my staff, our entire team, we want to wish everybody a happy holiday, a very, very Merry Christmas. For those of you that are traveling, be safe, be careful out there. And we come back from Christmas break now. Conference play kicks in, so we hope that you'll come out and watch a game. Thank you.
Please come out. Come on.
And go Indians.